Hi, and welcome to another episode of Roll Call, TTSH Nursing's very own podcast, brought to you by TTSH Nursing Organisation Development. As always, it's Kim, and I'll be your host for this episode. So I'm very excited for today's episode because we have two brothers here with us, Brother Feng and Brother Firdaus, who both did career switches into nursing. So welcome to today's podcast, Brother Feng and Brother Firdaus! Yay! So let's just dive right in. Please introduce yourselves to the audience.
Hi, my name is Firdaus. I'm an assistant nurse clinician. Currently, I'm in nursing service. I've been with Tan Tock Seng for the past 13 years. How about you?
Okay, I am Feng. I'm one of the nurse clinician with nurse specialty, specializing in cardiac care. I've been with Tan Tock Seng for 15 years.
Okay, so what were your previous careers before you switched into nursing, and what inspired you to make the change?
For me, I was in the aviation industry for around 4 years before I decided to switch to nursing. What inspires me to be a nurse is the time when I took care of my mother-in-law, my late mother-in-law. So I sent her to the clinics, visits to the hospital, and I see that the nurses are doing something for her that makes her feel better. You know what I mean? So I tell myself I want to be part of that. And after she passed, I chanced upon the career switch program by the agency, which I took up. That started my journey until today.
I was in banking, but for a very short period of time, and I decided that it wasn't really for me. Hence, I left, and then without knowing what I'm going to do. So, and I really just chanced upon nursing, and I think I shared with Kim before that I actually just jumped into nursing without really knowing what is it, but I kind of enjoyed the whole journey. And ever since also I have never looked back. And I think the interesting thing I told you that I actually joined nursing from ITE. So I actually started off as an assistant nurse in the beginning. Yeah.
Wow. Really, really very, very inspiring. Really respect to the two of you guys. I didn't officially work in the media industry before I became a nurse. It was just from studies, then I changed during my course of studies. But I feel like if you already started working in the industry, then you make the career switch. I'm not sure how the transition was like for you guys, but how did people react when you told them about your decision to switch to nursing? Especially, as guys, I don't know whether that really affected anything, but how did your family or friends react?
For me, at least, because I was in the aviation industry, so when I brought it up to my wife that I wanted to be a nurse, she was like, "Why you want to change to be a nurse and giving up all those benefits that your current company is giving? It's like you're cheating me." Which I think that. But she as a good wife, she supported me lah. Even though that it's a bit disappointing for her that I wanted to change. It was very early in my marriage that I changed actually.
Okay.
Yeah. But a lot of there's a lot of obstacle. Like I just got married and then I had to join the course again, and there's a lot of financially, so it's quite challenging. But I went through 2 years of the course, partly because of the interest. The heightened interest in nursing. And also from my previous workplace, when I said I wanted to change to nursing, a lot of negative comments saying that why you want to go to a workplace to quote clean backside. I was like, it's quite shallow. So I gave my one cent worth of my statement to my then manager. I say it's better to clean one backside at a time rather than cleaning the whole poop tank in the aircraft. And then shut him up. Which I left him, I think, an impact statement for him before I left. So maybe during that time, 13 years ago, it was not common for guys to be nurses, I guess. So the perception of people around us would think that they were questioning themselves, why you want to go into nursing? There's so much career that you can join, right? As a guy. Quite kind of a sexist mindset, but I do feel that if you join nursing with passion, it's a very rewarding career.
Yeah, definitely. I think for myself, it's more like my family. I think my mom was tad bit disappointed that I left banking. I think it's very stereotypical, like, Chinese family, the mom wants you to go either banking or become a doctor. Or when I told her that, okay, I found nursing and I decided to give it a go. So she's like, you sure? But of course, I think over especially the last 5-6 years, I think my mom really appreciate because I think she went through some health crisis.
Yeah.
Then she realized that, not too bad to have a son to be a nurse. And like what you shared earlier too, the point where by doing the switch, I think a lot of people are just a bit shocked by the fact that you are a guy, why you want to join nursing? Like, are you sure? Yeah, I think it's this whole judgment. But I'm really glad that over the last years that we have been here, I think I will see more and more male nurses, which I think is very encouraging.
Yeah, definitely. So what were the biggest challenges you faced during that transition into your nursing career?
Money. I couldn't be very candid. There was a major pay cut, big time. But then, I mean, the first few years, I kind of had my regrets. I was thinking, am I really doing the right thing? And da-da-da. But I mean, at the same time, I do really enjoy what I was doing in the ward. I mean, it was tough, but it was fun. I have a group of friends that I'm still in touch with them now. We are still. It was fun going on shift, working together, and time really passes. Yeah, but money was a very big.
Precisely.
Agree?
Exactly.
Agree.
Yeah. But I think we just have to make do, like I say, when you have that passion, right? It just supersedes whatever obstacles that comes in our way. Like you say, working in a shift, I think nursing generally is fun, right?
Yep.
It's fun. It creates a bond that I don't think people can understand why we like to work in shift, why we like to work at the ward, Like the teamwork that we have, and sometimes we go for ward outings and things like that. I think it's a very, it's more than just at the workplace.
Yep.
It creates like a family within your own department.
Basically, you within your colleagues, you become a family because you spend a lot of time, and then sometimes, especially night shift, basically you're spending nights with them instead of your family members.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I miss not that I miss night shift, don't quote me on that, but I miss the breakfast hangout thing that we used to do after night shift. It's just amazing. It's so tired, but we all went through the shift together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shiok breakfast after guys, let's reflect about what just happened.
And how amazing. I always think that it's in the beginning, I always think about how amazing it is that nurses are able to talk about literal when we are eating and
not be affected by it at all.
Not affected at all, man.
nothing at all. Yeah.
It just increased our appetite.
For you.
I think being in the ICU, I've seen more gross stuff in my life.
True. So how has your previous career experience benefited you in your current role as a nurse?
Previously, when working in the aviation industry, I was actually an engineering planner. So my job was quite dynamic. I had to deal with last-minute changes, with last-minute circumstances where the aircraft cannot go out and things like that. So I have to reassign people. So this keep me on my feet and quick thinking. So in nursing, that's why I choose ICU, where an area which is fast-paced and you need to have a lot of critical thinking.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed the last 13 years in the ICU. Yeah, never once I regretted asking to be in the ICU because I know what I want and I know where I can strive best, which is in the ICU. So I think the experiences that I had in the aviation industry does help a bit in how I think, develop my thinking skill and my critical thinking skill. Yeah. How about you?
No. Well, first thing first. Well, there's not much I can count diaper. Well, we used to count how much we need to charge patient. Every time we issue, then we need to charge. Charging. No, we don't do that. So I think it's a combination of a few things. So, I mean, one of it is because I was in banking for a really, really short time. But of course, I went through schooling to do banking.
Yep.
So definitely, I always feel that education is never wasteful. So whatever I've learned, in somewhat or one way or another, kind of apply a little here and there, but to really apply like yourself, no. So I came in, I literally didn't choose a particular discipline or anything. I just fall into the areas that was given to me, so to say. But I think over the years, I'm very blessed to be at different areas, experiencing different department and how it works.
Yeah.
And also I see how nursing have grown, and also given the opportunity to go out beyond the hospital wall to be a community nurse for a period of time before coming back into the hospital again. Yeah.
So cool.
Cool, right?
Very, very cool. Okay, so can you share maybe any memorable experiences or patient interactions that reaffirmed your decision to switch careers?
Like for me, I think when in ICU, right, when we handle most of the patient, of course, not everyone makes it out. But eventually those that does, I mean, like very recently, this guy who was a very long stayer, so he looked quite unkempt. So I have this habit of like cutting patients' hair.
Oh, is it?
We shall ask permission first, okay?
Okay.
I think it's a male nurse thing.
Yeah.
Is
So,
it?
yeah.
Really?
I love shaving,
right?
making sure my patient is like super
Yes,
well clean and
and so-
Because
shaved.
you
No
know
more
how it
mustache.
feels.
Yes.
You
Because-
can appreciate.
yeah.
I used to hold on to this logo. If you look good, right, then you feel good.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
True.
Yeah. So I did shave his hair. Initially, I asked him what style he wants. Then he said, just shave it all off.
Oh.
Yeah, so I give it a very good haircut. Then after which I left for nursing service. I'm quite new in nursing service. And then I got a text from my nurse manager saying that, Firdaus, can you come back? The guy that you shaved the hair, right?
Yeah.
He bought for you a pack of chocolate.
Oh, I thought you request for another haircut.
Yeah, I was like, I've been away for like 2 weeks already. Yet he still
So
remember me. Yeah, he was
sweet.
looking for me and I said I've gone. Because I make a pact with him. I said, see who will leave the ward first, uncle. Either I go to nursing service first or you get out of this ICU because you've been here for quite some time.
So you won.
So I won. I left first. Yeah, so that was a happy moment
Yeah.
to see any patient progress from quite ill and then slowly getting out of the ICU. I think that brings a personal joy that you have taken care of the person. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
I think for me, I would like to highlight two particular moments. I think one is in a community which I spent most of my nursing career in.
Yeah.
Is the fact that one of the relatives actually called me after his loved one has passed on. Basically just to update me and then shared with me that really appreciate what my team have done for them. I think that really reaffirmed what we are doing is actually very valued.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other incident is in my recent department, which I just recently transferred about a year-ish with them. So I do have patient remembering me by name, and then even at the food court they will just come up to me and suddenly talk to me and start chatting. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to recall who you are, because we
see so many
patients,
yeah.
and suddenly there's this particular patient that come up to you and start talking to you. Yeah, and also knowing and also the fact that seeing how he has improved.
Yeah.
I will not say purely under my care. I mean under the team's care, and how all my nagging and yelling over the phone kind of helped him, because he was actually a pretty young gentleman, listed for heart transplant. So basically, his last checkup, basically Singapore, basically National Heart Centre cleared him, saying that as long as he is not admitted for the next 1 year, actually he does not require to be the transplant list. So he has improved that much, which I'm very happy for him. I mean, it's just amazing.
Any advice to anyone considering a career switch, especially after all these memorable experiences? Like, I really love hearing nurses share those experiences that really reaffirm their decision to stay, because nursing it can be a pretty tough career, and I think it's these important moments, especially when you look back and reflect, that really remind you okay, yes, this is it, yes.
So recently, one of my friend got retrenched at around my age. So he approached me actually asking about nursing and things like that. So I gave him the same advice to anyone who's asking me whether it's a good choice to join nursing. And the advice I would give is, if you have the passion for it, then just go for it. You know what I mean? Don't go into nursing hoping to have better pay, things that is
Definitely not.
Yeah, things that is not realistic to what I must say. I mean, you have to be realistic in your expectation when you join nursing. And number one is you have to have the passion, right? Yeah. If you don't have the passion, right, it's very difficult for you to last. In any career, not only nursing. Yeah.
Fair.
I think I mean, I have to second to that. It's really, if you're going to join nursing, you have to really know deep down inside that you really ready and want to care, have the passion that want to care for people. Otherwise, I think it will be after you join, I think it will be very painful for you. And every day coming to shift, you will probably be dragging your feet and asking yourself why. And yeah, passion. I think it's very important.
It might sound cliche, but passion is really the key word when you want to join nursing. Because it really requires a lot of passion for you to really stay in this profession.
Okay, so thank you guys so much for sharing. Actually, next we have a little game that we would like to play since we were all kind of from different industries before we joined nursing, right? So we are going to be guessing some jargons from our previous industries. We asked Feng to share some, but he has none to share. So Firdaus and I will be sharing some, and then we'll try to guess what it means. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Okay, if I can remember, right? It's been 13 years, man. Usually they will, let's talk about aircraft parts.
Yeah.
Let's try this. Let's try this. They usually term it as APU. Yeah. The short form is called APU. So what is APU?
APU?
Yeah.
Something unit.
There's a GPU, there's an APU.
Aero... AP. GP.
Advanced pain unit. Everything I'm thinking of is like related back to nursing. It's so weird.
Back to nursing,
Wait,
right? Yeah.
APU, something unit? Is it a unit?
Yes, it's a unit.
Aeroplane something unit?
No.
Aero...
Okay, so APU is the auxiliary power unit. So when the aircraft is flying, so that generates the electricity to run the electrical stuff in the aircraft itself. So when the aircraft is on the ground, usually they never start the engine, right? So they will call for a GPU, which is the ground power unit, like a big, huge generator that will be parked under the aircraft. And that will be used to plug in the aircraft so that they can do maintenance work.
I see. Okay, APU and GPU.
GPU, yes. Some more. Why don't you give me?
Oh, okay, we alternate. Okay. Okay, so my first one. So these are mostly for radio, media industry stuff. So the first one is top of the hour.
Top of the hour.
Huh?
Top of the hour. This one is radio specific.
Top of the hour.
Top of the hour.
The topic for the day?
Okay.
Okay, meaning?
Is it correct or not?
I will review after Firdaus.
Okay.
Top of the hour means like the important news.
Yeah, actually, okay, yes. That's probably like 40% of the answer. So in radio broadcasting, top of the hour refers to, every hour, so like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Usually they will play like the jingle of the radio station, like, I'm not gonna say any particular radio station's names, but like, this is, or then after that you'll be like, you're currently listening to then like maybe what program, they'll do like a refresher, or that's usually also the points where like they maybe give traffic updates, or like any important things or summary of like what
hour.
topic. Yeah, usually the top of the hour. Yeah.
That means like 5 exact time.
Usually that period of time.
Something new.
Okay. Now I'm gonna try to pay attention when I listen to the radio.
Yeah, you hear whether it's legit or not.
Okay, this one Kimberley says.
Yeah.
Top of the hour.
Okay, your turn.
Okay, next one. How about simple one like
Yes, please.
ATC. I'm sure you know what's ATC. No? ATC.
ATC.
Yeah, it's an important role in the airport.
Air traffic control.
Yes, very good. So you need to give clue. Yeah, without these people.
I was just thinking about parts, I thought we were still at the parts. So I was like, arrow.
Trick a bit, no?
Okay, so the ones that control
the main tower that control the not only in the air, the landing, the takeoff, and also the moving of the aircraft.
The one with the luminous.
Are those
the one in the radio, the one at the control tower. Control tower.
Then what about those like
those
on
with
the
the luminous?
Oh, those are actually the technician, no? Yes,
Oh.
those are actually the technician who guide the aircraft in.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Okay, my second one is also radio related. It's back cell. Back cell.
Back cell? Battery, is it?
Back cell.
Back cell. Back cell, front cell. But now back cell. We're focusing on back cell.
What in my mindset is either battery or
S-E-L-L.
prison.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the other thing. The selling things kind of sell.
Yeah, cell.
Yeah.
C-E-L or
S.
S-E-L-L, okay.
I guess you have the commercial that is the front cell. Then the back sell is like, for example, like the DJ accidentally say something like, "Oh, I bought this thing. It feels, like very subtle kind of subtle sell." No?
Not really. Okay, so back sell is usually when after you play a song, then usually the DJ you will hear, then they will be like, and that was blah by blah. Then did you know that maybe they'll share a little bit more about the artist?
Oh.
That's like a back sell.
Oh.
Yeah, like you trying to sell the artist and the song
Promote
that you
the
just play,
artist
like to
lah.
promote. Yeah, like a promotion. After the song.
Okay.
Nothing to do with selling things.
No.
Well, kind of.
Last one?
Good. Last one. Okay, let's go back to the aeroplane part.
Okay.
Okay.
So, what is ILS?
What the hell?
I have a lot of this acronym.
ILS, something
Yeah.
system.
Yeah, something system.
Interlock system.
Illuminate. Because you say interlock,
The
then
first thing that came into my mind was IBS.
No, because nowadays all the aircraft are very advanced, right? So pilot usually lands using instrument. So it's an instrument landing system.
Oh,
ILS. Yeah. So you can guide them straight to the runway. As compared to those older aircraft which they need
You
to
manually have to
look
do
at the
everything.
line and then trying to center yourself.
Instrument landing system.
Oh,
ILS.
cool.
Yeah. Now everything, a lot of things automated.
Yeah. Of course. Okay, the last one that I have is actually a term that we use in nursing also. It's called Foley.
Like the catheter?
Foley.
Like the catheter.
Correct me if I say wrong,
Fully.
because our camera guys would know what this is. Okay, yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, but yeah.
Fully. Is it an item?
No, like kind of like a process or like something that.
Oh, I thought it's...
If you see me looking behind the camera, because I'm trying to double check whether I'm correct, okay? But I purposely chose this because we use the same term in nursing. It's like a process.
How can the term be the
It's
same?
like
The nursing one is quite traumatic, no? Fully.
Yeah, actually, I was just thinking like,
In nursing-
Foley catheter.
in nursing-
It's quite traumatic.
In nursing, a Foley catheter is the catheter that you put in to help patients pass urine, like to take the urine out.
Yeah.
This is very
But
different.
how can it be the same?
So your camera a bit too big to enter
Whoa!
anywhere.
Is it inserting something to something?
No,
nothing to do with
no,
insertion. Huh?
So it's I don't know, a catheter, something that protects cables, protects
That's a
the
good.
camera.
I mean, a good guess. Good guess.
I really have no idea.
Really have
man.
no idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so Foley means the reproduction of everyday sound effects. Post-production usually that's added to films or videos to enhance the audio quality. So actually you can go and search like on YouTube and all that, right? A lot of sounds that you hear like in movies, you think that like maybe the person is like walking, you think that there's a mic like kind of like following them, but actually it's not. They actually have like a separate studio. It's very dark, sometimes very quiet. Then you have someone actually like crunching leaves or like trying to reproduce the sounds so that the quality is a lot clearer.
Actually, in my mind, I'm thinking, how is it related with the...
Yeah, how?
alien?
I'm still thinking about the catheter and how is this related?
I don't know.
You
You
said
said
it was
it's
related.
the same.
Oh, I know. No. Sorry. But I know why it's called Foley. Because the term comes from Jack Foley, the sound artist who pioneered the technique in 1920s. That's why it's called
And it
Foley.
got no relation with our Foley.
No
right?
relation to our
So
Foley.
your-
I just
your-
said that the name is the same.
No, you say it's
right?
relation.
Yes, you say it's
Is it?
related to nursing.
Like cut, rewind.
I said that.
You
It's
misled
okay.
us.
It's okay, keep this inside. Sorry, I messed up. Okay, but yeah. Same name, but completely different
If
things.
she didn't say that, we would have got it.
Yeah, exactly.
You would have guessed this?
Maybe,
Yes,
maybe
exactly.
lah, exactly.
Mr. Foley that created the thing.
Okay, and with that, we've come to the end of this episode. Thank you, Feng and Firdaus, for joining me for this episode. It's a pleasure to have you on board. Of course, if you like this episode, you can also feel free to listen to the audio version on Spotify at Nurses of TTSH and follow us on all our social media pages at Nurses of TTSH as well. Yeah, and that's the end of this episode. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.